Wisconsin Republicans appear to be at an impasse over medical marijuana legalization plans, according to the Associated Press. Wisconsin Republicans are at an impasse over a proposal to legalize medical marijuana. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos said Tuesday that he would not compromise with Senate Republicans to address their concerns with his proposal. Senate Majority Leader Devin Lamitte last week said the bill's proposed creation of state-run dispensaries was a, quote, non-starter. Vos said at a news conference that months and months of negotiations resulted in a very detailed bill he proposed that has a minimum 50 votes needed to pass amongst Republicans. Taking and negotiating the bill means we probably lose votes in our caucus, Vos said. So I'd rather get us through to keep the promise we made, which is to have a comprehensive bill that can actually become law, as opposed to an ethereal idea that maybe somebody could support someday, but it never actually makes it anywhere. Lamitte last week said he was open to making changes to the bill in an effort to find a compromise that could pass in the Senate. The highly restrictive bill would limit medical marijuana to severely ill people with chronic diseases such as cancer and allow for it to be dispensed at just 5 state-run businesses. Smokable marijuana would not be allowed. The proposal would limit the availability of marijuana to people diagnosed with certain diseases, including cancer, HIV, AIDS, glaucoma, multiple sclerosis, inflammatory bowel disease, severe muscle spasms, chronic pain or nausea, and those with terminal illnesses and less than a year to live. Wisconsin remains an outlier nationally. 38 states have legalized medical marijuana and 24 have legalized recreational marijuana. The push for legalization in Wisconsin has gained momentum as its neighbors have loosened their law. The measure would need to pass the Senate and the Assembly and be signed by Governor Tony Evers to become law. Evers, who like many Democrats is a proponent of full legalization, said this month he would support medical marijuana only, but was non-committal on the Assembly's plan. When it comes to cannabis policy, personally, I have seen the future and the present. Okay? If Wisconsin's policy was a TV, it would be a black and white without a remote and with rabbit ears. Okay? Wisconsin's state motto is forward. Forward, reflecting Wisconsin's continuous drive to be a national leader. And it adopted that motto as its official motto in 1851. I'm going to rename you backwards. And wait, there's no flour in 5 state-run stores? For an area that is almost 55,000 square miles. That is one store for every 10,000 square miles. Oh, yeah, that's patient access. And with a population of almost 6 million residents, that is a store for every 1.2 million people. That sounds like access. The state bird of Wisconsin is the robin, but now I think it is more likely a cuckoo bird or a dodo bird. The state fruit is a cranberry, and that's perfect because your politicians are giving me a UTI, a painful burning sensation when I vacate my bladder. At first, I thought this was an indecent proposal. I have now concluded that policymakers in Wisconsin, when it comes to cannabis, are incompetent and incapable of making sound decisions, and I'd fire them all when it comes time to vote. When it comes to medical cannabis, if Wisconsin can't succeed as a state, it should succeed as a state and practice succession and just get out of our imperfect but wonderful union. Or, for those like Jason Beck, to put it in Trumpian terms, you're fired. This is Yarrow Kubrin. High at 9 News. I'd like to hear what you guys think.
I mean, Yarrow, I think this sounds great. If you're a retailer, I think this is a fantastic proposal. I mean, you're going to have plenty of customers lining up at your doors. Just
state-run stores is like Russian bakeries.
It is. Exactly.
You get what?
Yeah, you only can buy 2 puffs at a time, Rico.
2 puffs.
Yeah, 2 puffs. That's it.
We know the state does a good job at everything it sets its mind to, especially industries it has zero experience in.
Mm-hmm. You got anything?
All I'm gonna say is that the trap will win off of this. You said one store per 1 million some odd people, and in between that one store, there's like 1 million trapsters. Supplying, demand, winning. The trap wins. All Yarrow has said to you guys after reading this is that they're very stupid on the government level, but the trap wins.
So I think basically the summary from this story is that Stone needs to go back and re-edit his story, because there's no way that with this law going in place that it would be 3-1. Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm just using the numbers that they published. Okay,
the numbers that they published.
They want you to know it's winning. They don't want you to know how bad it's winning.
Yeah, I bet you. Yeah, I bet she's probably with legislation like that. I mean, it's going to be going up to 25-1, 30-1. Like this, the trap is just keep on clocking.
Shout out to Troy Lawrence in the chat. He said trapping in Constant.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. I see you. We see you guys in the chat. Thank you for everybody that's been in the chat too.
100%.
Yeah, the Scotty's doing a thing. Jason, I got a question. I got a quick question for you, man. Before I
go for
check
it
out here today.
Go for it, Rico.
These Republicans.
Yeah.
Your people.
Yeah.
They're so quick to pass all these protectionist laws, all these crazy things, so quick on every issue except for cannabis. What's the holdup?
Say passing protectionist issues. What do you? I mean, Democrats pass a lot of
passing these protectionist bills everywhere that have no data behind them, like all different kinds of things.
Well, see, that's the difference.
Immediately, they want to be quick to act on everything except for cannabis. Why the holdup with cannabis?
I'm going to tell you what the problem is, Rico, is that a lot of these people are posing as Republicans. They are not true Republicans, because if they were, they would care about freedom and liberty and the Constitution, and that would be their main focus, and not whatever their political agenda or whatever lobbyist is paying them off to feel some sort of way.
Why has Donald Trump not moved forward on it then?
He has moved forward on it.
He's not president.
Yeah,
he's not president right now.
Hold on, but when he did, hold on a second. But when he was president, he did do a number of things. He actually legalized cannabis with marijuana Mitch in the Farm Bill, even though a lot of people don't really want to admit that. Not to mention, he also included THC in NAFTA 2.0, so it's already able to be exported once we have federal legalization. So, therefore, President Trump even
read that document. What's the over-under? He even read that document. He doesn't read anything.
Let me tell you something. President Trump.
Everybody in his cabinet said he does not read.
Here's the reality. President Trump has done more for cannabis just with those two things than any Democrats have done for cannabis, as much as they pander to voters.
But he didn't legalize. He didn't move forward on it, and he still has yet to take a stance on it because he's waiting to see.
So the Cole memo doesn't matter, Jason?
No, the Cole memo does not matter. No, the Cole memo actually is absolutely nothing, and I've said this for years. The Cole memo is nothing, and they use it as a propaganda piece to try to steer people and whatnot. The only thing that actually matters is Rohrabacher Farr, which is now McClintock and Blumenauer, which is the federal appropriations bill that prohibits the DOJ and DEA from extrapolating federal funds to go after state licensed cannabis businesses. That's the only thing that matters.
Bipartisan.
The Cole memo, yeah, exactly. It is. You're correct about that. But the Cole memo is absolutely nothing. It's basically all you can do with that is wipe your ass with it.
Well, I'm just gonna let you know the data and the facts are just showing me that Republicans just want to logjam up the process, and they just want to be obstructionists across the board.
Maybe they're just constipated, Rico. Maybe they're just constipated.
Yeah, that's where the log is, all right.
Exactly.